Rashtriya Raksha University (RRU) and Indian Institute of Corporate Affairs (IICA) hosted an interactive session at NSC headquarters, Mumbai, to raise awareness about the Masters in Financial and Economic Crimes (MFEC) program. This one-year hybrid program equips professionals with expertise in law, finance, technology, and policy to combat financial crimes like money laundering, cyber fraud, and corporate frauds, with insight from top industry leaders. The event emphasized the need for collaboration between regulators, law enforcement, and financial institutions to build a secure and resilient financial ecosystem. Let's see what they discussed in the session.
Respected Dr. Patel, Mr. Rohit Jain, representative from Mr. Gupta from IICA, and esteemed audience, good evening to all of you. At the outset, I would like to congratulate all of you for launching one of the very novel course in Masters in Financial and Economic Crimes. As Mr. Rohit Jain correctly pointed out, it's a need of the hour. If the vision of the government to attain close to at least 30 trillion as the GDP or in 2030 or whatever 2047, financial services sector has to grow faster than what it is growing today. And with the advent of technology and the adoption of digitization much faster than anybody in the world, the financial services is expected to play a very significant role in reaching that particular milestone. While we travel through the path of adopting various technologies and improving the financial services, reaching across the the billions of people in this country, there are always chances that somebody will come in between and create some sort of a problem. So we need to be aware, and we all know what happens in today's day-to-day life, where most of our data is available in public domain. Either we voluntarily give or it is being taken while doing a transaction with somebody. Whether it is a vegetable vendor or whether you go to a supermarket or when you book a air ticket or a train ticket. So our private data is being available in public is always a cause of concern. Whatever the type of law you bring in, whether it is the Privacy Act or you put any sort of legal provisions, there is always a chance that those legal provisions are being bypassed or some gaps are being found by certain elements in the society who would like to create some sort of a disturbance. Now, therefore, it is very important that when this financial services industry is growing, whether it is in banking, whether it is in securities market, whether it is in insurance, whichever is the sector, it is very essential that in addition to the guardrails we put to safeguard the integrity of the system, we must also have a sort of practitioners developed over a period of time to detect if any such untoward incident happens, so that the effect of such incidents does not affect the growth of the industry. So it is very essential that in order to develop the economy, on the one hand, growth of financial services is very important, but on the other hand, while traveling in that path, if there is any accident taking place, there has to be a preventive mechanism. So for this purpose, there is a need to have this type of course, and very importantly, especially for the financial professionals, because they are the people who are, every day going through this type of issues, and they will be in a better position to detect it at the, bug itself, so that it does not affect the growth of the industry. The second aspect is that we are also having cross-border transactions. So, and financial services is the backbone of any transaction, whether internal or it is cross-border. So, all the more we all know how that things are happening, whether it is drug trafficking, whether it is money laundering, these are all have international ramifications. And when it has international ramifications, it also affects the national security of the country. So it is very, aptly the course name is titled as financial and economic crimes, because it is not only the financial crime, because any financial crime has an adverse effect on the economy of the country, and also it affects the national integrity of the state. So therefore, it is essential that any crime which is happening in the financial sector is considered as a crime against the state, and therefore accordingly it has to be dealt with. So when we travel through these cross-border transactions and all, we need to be aware what type of international the criminals adopt various ways to create problem in the system. So we need to be aware of those things as well. So if you see the curriculum of this the course, which was partly when they were developing the curriculum, the Securities Exchange Board of India was consulted, and we have also given the type of curriculum, the inputs to develop the curriculum. So the curriculum clearly enables the students who are likely to go through that, how one can evaluate by adapting various tools whether there is a possibility of a crime likely to happen, and if it happens, how to take necessary action immediately. So one hand, no, all crimes cannot be prevented at all. We all know that in any system there is a possibility of committing a crime, but very important aspect is whether such crimes, such events are identified and remedial action is taken at the earliest. Because if you do not take the remedial action on time, there is a possibility of creating havoc in the system, and the trust will be lost. Because in financial industry, the important aspect is trust. So therefore, if the trust has to be regained on the long term, it is necessary that such crimes, if at all it happens, they are detected and remedied at the earliest. Therefore, it is essential that financial professionals go through this type of courses, very, very importantly to understand what are the various tools available to detect and then take appropriate action. And it is, it's a right time that in association with IICA, RRU has thought of coming out with this program. Sir, my only request would be that instead of calling it as Masters in Financial and Economic Crimes, I think it would be better if you title it Masters in Preventing or Detecting Financial and Economic Crimes. Why I am telling this was, just to recollect, in 1992 when SEBI came out with the insider trading regulations, we initially put it as SEBI insider trading regulations. Then people were started asking that whether SEBI is going to tell how to do insider trading or what. So then immediately we realized the problem on hand. Therefore, we added the word prohibition before the insider trading regulations. So if you see, it is called SEBI Prohibition of Insider Trading Regulations. So here, it would be better if it is titled as Masters in Preventing Financial and Economic Crimes or Masters in Detecting Financial and Economic Crimes, so that it will send the right signal to the people. And I will request people who are here, please have a close look on the topics which is being offered. And I think it is a right time for all the financial professionals to, and it is a hybrid program. It's not a one has to take leave or anything to spend a lot of time on studying this course. It is a hybrid program. Only a few days one has to travel to on-site. The remaining things can be done through off-site. It is very essential that financial professionals prefer to go through this course, and it will be helpful for one and all. And it is, I take this opportunity to congratulate once again Dr. Patel, who has taken lot of initiatives, and it is one more in his, very the cap which he always wears, and he is a very, very well-known person in academia. He has been taking lot of initiatives to propagate the national security as a very important thing, and I am sure, sir, this will also add one more feather to your cap, which is already very crowded. And I congratulate you for taking this initiative and also partnering SEBI in this process. So it's a great opportunity that to work with you, and I thank NSE also for hosting this, because NSE is part of SEBI's the capital market system, and I am happy that NSE has taken the initiative to host this, and I look forward that this course goes well with the people and many people get benefited from this. Thank you very much.